film? When did Playboy first come after you?
People came up to me in Vancouver and asked me to pose for Playboy a few times, and I said no. I was kind of shocked. And then Marilyn Grabowski, one of the editors at Playboy, had my number of my home, and I was engaged at the time. I was engaged a lot.
Yes. 8 or 9 times, I think.
I think more.
Yeah.
But, I had a lot of rings, and I gave them all away. A lot of my friends have diamond rings. My mother has a lot. So I remember being with my fiancé, and the phone rang, and I picked up the phone. They said, "Hi, this is Marilyn Grabowski from Playboy. Do you want to come and shoot a cover? Come to Los Angeles." I said, "Okay." And she said, "If we like the cover, we'll use it." And I said, "Well, call me when it's for real." I hung up the phone. And the phone rang immediately after and said, "It's for real. We guarantee you the cover."
Did you have any reservation? Did you talk to your parents about this?
Well, I called my mother, and she said she'd do it.
Straight away?
Straight away. It gave me a chance to kind of get out of a small town. And I'd never been on a plane before. So it was my first plane ride to LA.
Ever?
Ever. And I landed on Gay Pride Day. And I called my mom and I said, not only do gay people exist, they walk around in hot pink shorts, handcuffed together, on floats, and it's a parade. I think I've arrived. This is where I need to be. I feel accepted. This is me.
Let's look at the first cover that you did for Playboy. What do you think when you see that?
Well, they had to get it in the first roll of film because I was so nervous. And I remember a woman touching my breast. I was so shy.
Exciting, nerve-wracking?
I was nauseous.
You were physically sick from nerves?
Yes, physically sick from nerves of a woman touching my boob. Now I love it. I really wanted to get over the shyness. And it really helped because I realized as I was shooting in front of somebody partially nude and no one really cared, it just helped me with my entire life.
It gave you self-confidence.
It gave me self-confidence, but it also made me realize other people don't care as much as you do about yourself. I was so critical of the way I looked and my body and...
I mean, I can see there were so many flaws, obviously.
Yeah, lots.
Yeah.
Yes,
Which
lots.
particular imperfections were you most concerned about?
Girls are just really hard on themselves. And then you realize, now I tell women, just the sexiest thing you can be is confident. No one else is as critical as you are of yourself. And when you're really just free with your life, your body, it's so much more attractive.
Are you as happy now with the way you look as you've ever been because you're more self-confident now?
I'm just as happy and just as unhappy, I guess, but I'm a little braver. You know, I'm a little more courageous when it comes to, you know, just being who I want to be.
You wrote on your blog, "I believe we still have roles to play that are quite different if we're a man or a woman. Heterosexually, we still want the man to make the first move, to be chivalrous, to woo us, and not have that misinterpreted or make men afraid to act. It can be quite paralysing, literally. I don't think any woman benefits from that." Very timely, given all that's going on at the moment, with all the sexual harassment scandal and so on.
I mean, I obviously am, you know, supportive of women and feel for women that have been made sexual advances on that they don't want. But I also feel for the men, too. I have 2 young boys, and I always was very worried about a woman falsely accusing them of something and ruining their lives. So I thought, you know, people ask me if I'm a feminist, and I say, you know, I don't want women or men telling me how to be a woman. I prefer men to be passionate and aggressive and make the first move, and you don't want men to feel like they can't. But obviously there are people that go too far. People are just, they use their power. I mean, even, you know, Mr. Weinstein, I remember calling me and he asked me to do a movie called, was it Superheroes? And he wanted me to play an invisible girl, and I had an invisible dog. And so I don't believe in animals working on sets. And so I refused to do the film because he refused to let me do the scene with an X on the floor, and he wanted me to have a real dog. I said, it's an invisible dog. I don't need a dog. And I said, I'm not doing it. And then he just really said to me, you'll never work in this town again. I offered Pamela Anderson a role in a movie. Are you crazy? Don't, you know, and blah, 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 and lots of very harsh words. And he scared me so much that I did the film because I thought, Harvey Weinstein, oh, my God, this is, like, the most powerful person in Hollywood. And he was just a bully, you know, very rude.
But he was threatening, and he basically made it clear to you if you didn't do what he wanted with this movie, then he was going to make sure you didn't work in Hollywood again.
Yeah, I didn't. Didn't really work that
Even
much.
though you ended up doing the movie.
Well, I did it, you know, out of duress.
But because you stood up to him, he didn't like it.
No, he didn't like that. And thinking, especially me, and who are you? This stupid girl, this playmate. You're lucky I'm putting you in a movie at all. You know, no Revlon contract, no big movie is worth sleeping with somebody, you know, to get it. And there are like very powerful men in Hollywood too that look at me and know that I didn't take the Porsche, the car, to be the #1 girl or get the house or the things or people that offered me these things. I always knew there was strings attached and nothing's for free.
When you saw the downfall of Harvey Weinstein, were you pleased that he got his comeuppance? Did you think that was long overdue?
Like I said, I only know my own experience, and that was bad enough. But, you know, and I think there was already common knowledge in the industry, too, that this was someone to be careful of. You just have to be careful.